is women's lack of access to abortion evidence of an inequality between men and women?
Because it's blatantly refusing their right to bodily autonomy.
Ah, I see. Bodily autonomy?
Do you have to grow another person inside of you? And then
I'm sorry, do you have to go die in a war?
No, I don't have to, but I can
great.
choose to.
Great. No, but I can be drafted, you can't.
You could always break your leg, too.
Yeah, I know. You can always just not take in your pussy.
Andrew Wilson just walked into an explosive abortion debate, and this feminist was not ready for the pushback. Andrew Wilson crushes insufferable feminism as the argument over bodily autonomy, the draft, abortion, and personal responsibility turns into a full-blown verbal war. Watch Andrew Wilson dismantle her arguments point by point. Subscribe for daily uploads, heated debates, and political showdowns right here on America Only.
In the USA, which ones do they not have? Like, which rights do women not have equal access to?
About to say abortion.
I am. Bodily autonomy.
Okay, cool. What besides that?
Nothing.
I think bodily autonomy
all right.
is a pretty important one. So,
how is women's lack of access to abortion, I suppose in some states, evidence of an inequality between men and women?
Because it's blatantly refusing their right to bodily autonomy.
Ah, I see. Bodily autonomy?
Yeah, kind of like the bodily autonomy that we were refused a couple years ago during, the thing. Yeah.
I swear, if you bring up the bodily autonomy to a fetus, we will have a very
I
long
won't.
discussion.
I'm not going to.
Cool.
I'm not. I'm just going to bring
Then
up
yes,
the. I'm just going to bring up the draft.
The draft?
Yeah. What about the bodily autonomy of men when it comes to being drafted?
I never said I agreed with the draft.
Yeah, maybe not, right? But whether you do or you don't, wouldn't that be a case of men being oppressed and women not being?
I mean, yeah, but who created that system?
Why would that matter?
Because you're
say
men,
a king.
you put yourself in that position.
It's
not like us women all voted for you to go to war.
Or a queen.
You voted for yourselves to do that.
Let's say it was a king or a queen who invented that system yesterday. What would that have to do with the fact that right now, today, me and Brian can't do anything about that?
Wait.
So, and hang on, since we can't do anything about that, aren't we oppressed by that system?
In the super hypothetical scenario of a king or queen
No,
making
like right now, right this second.
No, we don't have a king or a queen here.
We don't need a king or a queen. Right this second, I can be...
Oh, but I thought we did have a king, right? Like, weren't you guys just out screaming in the streets, no kings, calling Trump a king? I mean, you guys have a total daddy kink, apparently, when it comes to Trump.
I can be drafted, you can't, yeah?
Depends. How old are you?
Right now I'm 40.
I don't think you would be drafted.
Yes. In fact, the draft can be accelerated up to 70, like it is in the Ukraine and in Russia right this second. Okay. Or it can be decreased to 13, 14, like it has been in World War I. So the question is...
wasn't there talk about making the draft for females too?
Yes, but interestingly enough, that's nice that you're talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's not the case. So if it's not the case, you say you don't have any bodily autonomy, but neither do I.
Do you have to grow another person inside of you? And then
I'm sorry, do you have to go die in a war?
No, I don't have to, but I can choose to.
Great. But you can be, but I can be drafted, you can't.
You could always break your leg too.
Yeah, I know. You can always just not take this in your pussy. I mean, sorry, like, all you have to do is not let a guy come in your fucking pussy, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, no.
I would say she doesn't have to worry about that, but the desperation of men, I mean, never be surprised. Some dude out there is willing to hook up with overweight, obese, ugly Jeff Hardy over there. Just pathetic, guys. Come on, step it up.
You're totally right.
Yeah, I know I'm totally right.
It's almost like my mom was on birth control, they used a condom, and my dad only had one testicle.
And all she had to do was not let him see.
They used all the proper things.
Like not jizzing in the pussy? I promise you that what happened in this case is your dad inside your mom, 100%.
Inside of a condom that also happened to be inside of your mom.
Inside your mom?
inside of a condom.
Inside your mom.
Inside of a condom.
So wait, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that I got this. I just want to make sure I got this right.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Just the fact that her mother was impregnated, that has to be the worst tragedy of the 1900s. Yeah, the worst tragedy.
Excuse you, you're not speaking.
I am speaking.
So
though.
your
You
dad,
asked me,
your dad,
you
listen, you green-haired freak, your dad inside your mom,
freak.
right? Your dad inside your mom, answer the question.
Rachel, she did nothing wrong.
Just in case she's
Can you answer the question now?
How many beers have you had?
Not enough. Can you answer the question?
Obviously.
Yes, thank you. How fucking hard was that?
How hard was it to deduce it yourself, asshole?
Oh, how hard was it to admit a thing that you can't admit because you know it hurts your argument?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a drink actually after this.
Why would it hurt my argument? Why is someone choosing to have consensual sex and use all the protection necessary to prevent a pregnancy? Why
They're
should
not
that
doing
doom
everything
them?
to prevent a pregnancy.
Why should they?
What's the thing you can do that's 100% effective to prevent a pregnancy? What can you do that's 100% effective to prevent a pregnancy? What?
I'm sorry. Can you talk to me like I'm an actual person in front of you?
As soon as you start answering questions, I'll start talking to you like a person who can.
As soon as you start asking me relevant questions.
Great. Here's the question. Is there a thing you can do which is 100% effective?
Abstinence.
Yeah,
Duh.
Great.
Cool.
Great.
How long
so
have you abstained?
don't say
How
I've
long
done.
Did you abstain
Don't
before
say
marriage?
I've done everything.
Were you 100% ready for a pregnancy every single time?
Would that
you
matter?
Came inside a woman?
Why would that matter?
It does matter.
What's the relevancy? Tell me.
What if you got a woman pregnant?
What if I did?
What if you did? Were you ready for that?
That would mean that I came inside the woman, right?
Yeah, and does that mean that you get to dictate whether or not she has your kid?
No. But the thing here's the.
I mean, the guy should have half the say. I mean, it's half of his DNA. And, you know, something I always told my ex, who was just so hell-bent pro-abortion, I was like, look, you're never going to have to get an abortion. Like, we're safe. So I don't know why women just worry themselves with all of these issues that they don't really need to have happen to them. I mean, I'm not worried about, like, you know, chomos getting, like, the death penalty because I'm not a chomo and I'll never be one. So if you're that passionate about abortions, I mean, just, you know, we are in 2026. There are so many ways to avoid even getting pregnant and getting into that mess. And, you know, while I'm on my rant here, you'll hear a lot of leftists say about conservatives, like, oh, if you care about life so much, why don't you adopt? And it's like, we're not here to clean up your mess. Like, no, we don't have to adopt your kids in order to still have our views. Like, there are just so many different options for you if you're poor and you can't afford having a kid. Like, you know, give it up for adoption. Give it to an orphanage. I mean, we've all seen Stuart Little, right?
Distinction. When you say to me, no, women don't have bodily autonomy. They don't have any. They don't have any. Except then you give an example of mom and dad. You say they did everything right. No. If they're having sex, right, then the idea here is there was a form of birth control that they had at their disposal that they did not use called?
Abstinence.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
A condom is a way for men can prevent women from getting pregnant, and a form of women's condom is birth control. Like what? Like, isn't that why birth control was invented?
Also, men lie about putting on condoms all the time.
You know how you can prevent all of that?
Let me
What if
guess,
you're
by not
assaulted?
having sex?
Yes.
What if you're,
Isn't that
what if you're
crazy?
assaulted?
Isn't that crazy?
But what if you're assaulted?
What if you are? We're not talking about cases of assault. But even in cases of assault, I would just grant, fine, have the abortion in the case of assault.
I'll take that.
I would just grant it.
So you're saying that my body has to be
hill.
violated against my will and a pregnancy to happen for me to get the right to abort that pregnancy.
No, what I'm saying is that your argument that there's no, I did everything right. My parents did everything right when it came to using contraception. No, they didn't. The truth is that there was always, for your parents, a 100% foolproof way that mom never would have gotten pregnant.
Okay, so you think that abortion shouldn't be an option? You think that it should be illegalized? You think that
Well, yeah, I
women
would-
dying because they're forced to be going through sepsis before they get treatment for a miscarriage?
Never happens.
Yes, it.
And little fun fact, your hero, Margaret Sanger, was actually anti-abortion. If you actually read her books, she mentioned it in every book that I read that she's written, and she calls abortion a horror. Like that shouldn't even be like your last resort. Like, and that's why she promoted contraception. And I agree, the Comstock laws back in the day were kind of, you know, too extreme. Like you couldn't distribute literature about condoms,
Mm-hmm.
about, you know, pre-pregnancy planning. So, I mean, dude, Margaret Sanger was kind of based. You know, I know that'll get me hated in the comments, but yeah, but look into it. She was anti-abortion as you could get. And that was her main goal, was to spread the idea of contraception, and that's why she got locked up and persecuted. And as we all know now, Planned Parenthood is like the Chuck E. Cheese of abortions. Like everybody just goes there willy-nilly. But yeah, just a little fun fact for you.
Name a case. Name a
There are
single
4
case.
cases.
What are the names? Name one name.
Oh man, I swear. No, I literally have TikTok posts about this.
Yeah, okay.
I have TikTok
Then why
posts
don't you?
about
Why
this.
can't you name a single name?
Because I suck at names.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I looked into the at this point there's only 2 actually. But what's
Also, they're
interesting
awesome.
what's interesting is that the cases themselves, these are grievances brought forward, but they're not even proven. They're just bitching about it. It's not even proven. And 2 out of all of the possibilities.
I'm sorry, families and husbands and kids are bitching about their mom dying to sepsis because they were refused.
They weren't being refused. These women, like many people do, they sue for malpractice where they have no merit to do so.
Okay, so
It's very hard to prove.
Yeah, I don't know what you're smirking. Like people sue for shit like this all the time, even though
Okay,
they're in the
so-
wrong.
but the women that have died-
are not being refused treatment for sepsis ever.
no, the doctors refuse treatment until they get sepsis, and by then it's too late.
No, they
Yes.
don't. Where?
It's literally happens.
Where's
like, twice already.
name the case?
I can't because
You can't
I suck at names. I will email it to you.
You can email it, and here's the thing. I'll pull the case up, and what we'll see is a grievance where the person claims that this is what is happening, whereas the hospital says that isn't what happened.
There have literally been cases where doctors said that it could have been avoided. Their death
Years
could have been
and
avoided.
years ago. Currently, right this second, if you have an ectopic pregnancy, or there's sepsis, or there's any hurt to the mom from the pregnancy, it can be terminated in all 50 states, and the doctors do it.
All right, that's about all the time we have for this clip today. But yeah, Andrew Wilson just totally destroyed obese trans Jeff Hardy over there. That was a rough one to watch, honestly. But if you like videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe. We are dropping multiple videos every single day. And remember, it's not America first or America last, but America only. All right. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.